Hello guys, welcome to the Erican Book Club. So I just finished the Red Rising series. This includes Red Rising, Golden Sun, Morning Star, Iron Gold, Dark Age, and the most recent one, Lightbringer. And I have a question for Pierce Brown. What's wrong with you, man? I came here for a story about a guy painting himself gold to overthrow the big space society, and I did not sign up for a 6-book funeral. So today we're going through every character Pierce Brown looked at and said, you seem pretty happy, and then deleted them from existence. Today we are going through the Red Rising kill count. If you're still watching this, I'm going to assume that you have read all the books. So if you have not read all the books and you don't want any spoilers, please click away because there will be massive spoilers ahead. Book 1, Red Rising. We open strong, barely 100 pages in, and Io, Darrow's first wife, which is, I guess, like the entire emotional engine of this franchise, gets executed. And I thought, okay, surely that's the big tragic loss of the series, which fuels, the entire story. And well, that's just the tutorial death. Pierce Brown was just warming up. So the Institute happens, and well, it's basically the Hunger Games with like extra knives, wolf cloaks, and howling. Then we go into the part where we lose our first major character, Julian Al Bologna, the one genuinely sweet kid. Then we go on to lose Titus, Leah, and a handful of other characters like Apollo, Tamara, and Priam. Honestly, I feel like the Institute had a higher death rate than the actual wars later. And then Paxau Telemanis. He was a character of pure joy, and well, Pierce Brown took him away. If you love them, they're cooked. Book 2, Golden Sun. Golden Sun, or as I should call it, Pierce finds out he can kill more people introduced. We lose Cagney, Leto, Quinn, sweet kind Quinn, gets murdered essentially as a message. Tactus, the most lovable disaster. Then we churn through the Bologna family like a wood chipper. Carnus, Tiberius, Pliny. And then finally, the most gut-wrenching part of Golden Sun, Fitchner al Barca, revealed to be the legendary Ares, killed immediately after the reveal. Lorne al Akros, a retired swordmaster who wants to be a farmer or like a gardener, who trained Darrow. And finally, Nero al Augustus, the arch-governor himself. That ending. The Golden Sun ending. Darrow was betrayed, everyone's dead or captured, and Pierce Brown closed Book 2 by setting the table on fire and walking out. Book 3, Morning Star. Ragnar Volaris. The Obsidian Giant. The Obsidian God. The most beloved man in the entire series who learns to read and then weeps at the stars. Pierce Brown builds him up to be a literal legend, like a god, and then has him die holding a door to help the others escape. We also lose Trikti Nakamura, Thistle, alias Snow Sparrow, Nerol, Uncle Nero. Oh, and how can I forget Rock Al Fabi, the poet, Darrow's best friend, who betrays him and later takes his own life. Pierce really said, here's your best friend, and here's the betrayal, and here's the suicide at the end. All in one arc. On the villain side, we get some satisfying deaths, for once, including Antonia, Asia Algrimus, Adrius the Jackal, oh my god, and Octavia Aulun herself, the big baddie of the series, I guess. I'd say book 3 had a pretty good ending. Book 4, Iron Gold. Time skip. New characters. Surely Piers Brown will be gentler now that we're older, and he kills Wulfgar. He kills Wulfgar. He kills Romulus Aura, the most honorable man in the Rim. He was just trying to keep peace. He wipes out Lyra's family, Belafron, who else? Magnus? Oh my god, Magnus Algrimus as well, yeah. He introduces us to one of my favorite characters, Ephraim T. Horn. And he also introduces Ephraim's whole crew, specifically so that he could kill them. I mean, if that's not efficient writing, I don't know what is. Iron Gold is actually an interesting transition from, well, the point of view of Darrow alone to, the point of views of many other different characters. And Iron Gold is also where the tone goes from war is really hard to war is genuinely terrifying. We are to believe that Darrow is this invincible character that, can never lose. I think Iron Gold definitely humbles us when it comes to, Darrow's invincibility. Book 5, Dark Age. Now, Dark Age is a big one and also a pretty depressing one. It is the book where Piers Brown was clearly going through something and decided, well, we should too. Oh, Dark Age. Where do I start? Dancer O'Farran. He was there since the beginning, a decent heart of the Rising, killed in a political purge by the revolution he helped build. Orion Z. Aquarai. Darrow's most loyal pilot. Her arc ends in the most morally devastating turn of the whole series. She deserved much better, but the story needed her to die. Serafina Aura. The one character I actually quite liked, and I wanted her to, pair up with Lysander. This character could have actually united the factions, but Piers Brown had to kill her early so that the peace dies with her. And Ephraim T. Horn, whose crew already died in the last book, he gets a great redemption arc, but then he sacrifices himself. Oh yeah, and Sephi the Quiet, Ragnar's sister, yeah, she dies too. And of course, I had to mention Ulysses Albarca, a baby, Severo and Victra's baby. Pierce looked at the infant and said, yeah, this fits the theme. Ulysses' death was the moment I had to really put the book down and breathe and oh yeah, and I forgot to mention everyone else. Alexander Al-Akros, Kalendora, Tongueless, Daxo Al-Telemanis, Theodora, Min, Freehild, Harmony, Xenophon, Seneca, Drusilla, Felix God, God Eater. Oh yeah, and Alexander's mother too. Book 6, Lightbringer. And so we finally arrive at Lightbringer, where you'd think, well, the deaths would slow down because Piers Brown was finally running out of characters. Well, I have to agree that in Lightbringer, the deaths tone down a bit, but the most important characters get killed. Atlas Al-Ra, Ajax Algrimus, and of course, Volsung Fa, the big baddie of Lightbringer. And then Cassius Al-Bellona, my favorite, beautiful man, Cassius, the man who started the series trying to kill Darrow and ended it as maybe the most genuine person in the entire saga, the one who earned peace and more than anyone deserved to live. Piers Brown looked at the most redeemable character in the entire series, the one that we all forgave, the one we all grew to love, the one we just... Piers Brown said, not on my watch. He killed Cassius Bellona off, and that was the moment where I closed the book sat in silence, and I understood Pierce Brown was never going to let any of us have a happy ending. So yeah, so those were all the deaths in the Red Rising trilogy, the ones that I can remember, from Io to Cassius, 6 books from Red Rising to Lightbringer. So honestly, I have a lot of takes on how Red God might end. I think, for one, Darrow has to die, of course, but maybe he deserves a happy ending. I'm not sure. Or maybe, Darrow's son, Pax or Virginia, has to die to fully satisfy the storytelling. Or maybe Severo. Oh, if Severo dies, I'm gonna be so heartbroken. I have a feeling Victra might live, just because Pierce Brown probably really likes Victra as a character. But honestly, at this point, I can't really tell. Lyra might probably live, just because I think, some red character would need to survive to tell the tale. Lysander would probably need to die too, because, he is, after all, the big villain of the entire Red Rising trilogy. If you've made it so far, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.